In this video, we're talking about my first firearms purchase. Real quick, pause the video, leave a comment below. What do you think it was? Coming up. All right, I apologize if you got it right in the comments below. I don't have anything to give you. I'm poor and can't give you anything for free. But if you said shotgun, it's probably a pretty safe bet. This was my very first firearms purchase. This is a Mossberg Maverick 88. It is a 12 gauge pump action shotgun. I bought this used from a gentleman named Terry. He was a neighbor from a childhood friend. He sold me many firearms over the years because he worked at, it was Arizona Sportsman's at the time, and then he worked at Sportsman's Warehouse for a very long time till he recently passed away from cancer. Now, at the time, I knew very, very little about firearms. I knew I liked them, I just didn't know anything. And I was also even poorer than I am now. So fun fact, last year as a commercial pilot flying a Caravan, I made just a little bit more than I did at Sonic Drive-In 20 years ago. So kind of gives you an idea where I am right now financially. That's why I'm always poor in my videos, because I'm going through a career change. But anyway, I was even poorer back then, and so $175 for a firearm was not a small amount. And like I said, I didn't know anything, and I actually paid more for this used than I would have for a brand new Maverick 88, because I believe at the time they were like $159 or something like that. Now, it sounds like Terry took advantage of me and ripped me off, but that is not the case. But for $175, I got the shotgun. I also got so it came with the normal stock on it, but I also got a pistol grip with it, which I think was like a $25 value at the time. But the biggest thing is it came with two barrels. It came with, I think, the 28-inch barrel or something like that. It's a much longer barrel for like hunting, with high-vis sights on that barrel, but also this shorter 18-inch barrel with a heat shield and high-vis sights. So do you think I still got ripped off? Because I don't. Shortly after owning it, I think it was like the first time I took it out shooting, and maybe the second time, a spring broke in the trigger, and then the trigger wouldn't work anymore. Wasn't upset. I took it to Terry. He pulled the trigger group out, and he's like, "Hey, I'm just going to send this to send the trigger group to Mossberg and see if they can replace the spring." Well, they didn't replace the spring. They just sent Terry a whole new trigger group, which was awesome. That was my first experience. That was my first customer service experience with a firearms manufacturer, and Mossberg instantly won me over. I thought that was awesome because all they had to do is replace the spring. But they're like, "Eh, we'll just send you a whole new group." That's cool. That's good customer service. Other manufacturers, take note. This particular Maverick 88, I believe, is an older model because I can actually change out the fore ends on this shotgun. And I've changed it out to a couple of different like pistol grips. Didn't really ever care for them, so I put this one back on here. But you can see that I have a different stock on here. I also added on this side saddle here to carry 6 extra shells. If I remember correctly, this is 5 plus 1. 5 in the tube and then 1 in the chamber. Something about the Mossberg. I don't know if this is just for the Maverick 88 or if it's for all Mossbergs. It's got a screw that's on the inside of the receiver here. I don't know how well we're going to be able to see it, but it's got a screw on this. Yeah, there we go. It's got a screw on the inside of the receiver here. Because of the saddle, it actually goes through and screws into the saddle, but they would come loose, so you just got to make sure to Loctite those. Because maybe you are thinking about buying a shotgun, could be your first shotgun or whatever, and you're looking for a pump shotgun. For me, I'm not buying anything other than Mossberg. At least something that I am going to rely on. Maybe a range toy, but if I'm going to seriously rely on it, I'm not going to buy anything other than a Mossberg. That's my opinion. I think Remington 870s are also good shotguns, but I hear that there's been issues with Remington over the years. I'm sticking with Mossberg. All day, every day, I'm going to stick with Mossberg. The Maverick 88 is a solid line to start with. I think that they're under $200. I haven't looked lately because I don't need to buy one. Or you can step it up and spend a little bit more, get the Mossberg 500, especially if you don't want to spend $2,000 on a Benelli. But this was a fun first firearms purchase. I haven't shot this in several years. I have better things that I want to shoot now. I don't want to use the word better, but they're just not shotguns, and shotguns can only be so much fun, especially when you're trying to and wanting to target shoot and shoot steel at distance and stuff like that. You want to use other things other than shotguns, so it usually doesn't come out with me. Yeah, this is my first firearms purchase. It's very sentimental to me, and I believe that I bought this a little bit more than 20 years ago, and still have no complaints, and it still looks about the same as when I bought it. I mean, I've made my own changes. Like I had to notch the handguard for it to clear the side saddle. But I've constantly thought about changing some stuff on it. Like I want to change. I keep thinking I want to change the furniture on it. I want to get like a Magpul MOE 4-end for it, and then the Magpul stock. Probably orange, just because orange is my favorite color. If you can't notice by the chair or the orange wall or the orange RC cars, orange is my favorite color. So, or the orange watch band. Might be able to tell. So, kind of thinking of doing that. Be cool if I could convince Magpul to send it to me for free, but that would not happen because I am so tiny and I'm a nobody. But anyway, I'm sure I've rambled on plenty long enough. Your attention spans are very short, and there's nothing else to talk about here. We'll catch you on the next project. See ya.